Hello. Let's start with the making sure everything works. I see the mic. I'm talking today. That's a good sign. I can see everything. The music is there and nice and quiet. Everything that's supposed to be muted is muted. Everything that's not is not. Wow. I might actually not be fully scuffed today. Let's see. All right. Let's scoot over. All right. How's everybody doing today? Let me move my mic over. It's a little bit better. I put that there, and put that there. And I should kind of put my brushes up a little bit. Anywho, how's everyone doing today? I hope everybody had a good weekend. Wait, did I put that in the wrong spot? I did. Yes, that's the big one. The glitzy round brush. Okay, you can go there, go there. You can go there, and then you can go there. All right. The fan brush is dry, all nice and fluffy. Great. There we go. All right. Now I'm all caught up. All right. Uh, I did not paint last week on Thursday. I know. I played a game. I didn't feel like painting. It happens. Sometimes you're just not feeling it. And that was one of those days. Uh, Today though, I am willing to paint. What I'm gonna paint, I don't know. I've been trying to think about it all day and I do not know. Uh, so what does that mean? Well, we're gonna have to think about it and come up with a plan. And I'm trying not to knock the alcohol off the corner of the desk. There we go. And that's also not aligned. But what hell? There we are. That's better. Okay, great. I have water. Check. Paper towels I can grab when I'm ready. They're over there. Awesome. All right. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. I've said that a couple times. I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, that light is not, I'm not ready for that yet. Uh, let's just sit here and drink some coffee together, huh? Got some? Have at it. Ah, good stuff. Very good. I think we're going to do some abstract today. Uh, I don't know what is kind of the idea of abstract, especially as I don't know what I'm going to do directly. So it gives me the opportunity to just kind of put whatever I want on paper and just kind of go with the flow, literally and figuratively. Um, I don't know, maybe we can do something on top of this or to the side of it. These were the practice mountains I did the other day. So maybe I can try to put something on top of that or just grab another sheet and do something silly on it. Who knows? The world is our burrito. Um, Hey, New Vegas and the Magical Blue Goblin. Hey, welcome in. Lurkers look good. I really need to put a lurk command in. I have not done that yet because I just don't know why. But thank you for hanging out with me regardless. Appreciate it. I'm open for any suggestions, easy suggestions. You don't be like the cityscape of New York City, but something simple perhaps. I'm always open for options and suggestions, but otherwise I'm just gonna kind of play. Probably just put random colors and whatnot on things. Uh, yeah, I'll get started on that here in a minute. Aside from that, I don't really know. Well, I could show something. I just sent some stuff over to my to Discord so that I can show on screen. Uh, I've got some stuff I meant to show a couple weeks ago from a trip that we did to a waterfall nearby. So I put all those pictures in. I also have some pictures from a state park we went to. Not many, but enough. Uh, and we can go through them and look at them. Let me share that screen. That would be this one. Yeah, there we go. Right. And let's look at the first one. This is a picture while we were going down the road of Mount Rainier, the volcano near us, the non blown up volcano. Is there a full screen button? It zooms in, but is there an actual full screen? I don't know. Not really sure. That is Mount Rainier in Washington. See, I can zoom in on it just fine. But I don't think they have a full screen. There's an open in browser, copy image. I can rotate it. No actual full screen. Nope. That's okay. We'll just look at it in the window. All the time, just overlooking it. Nope. All right. But yep, that's Mount Rainier. There's another image of Mount Rainier. Big Boy Mountain. You know, doesn't look too far off from what we did on our little test here. At least the shade colors are pretty similar to each other. So we could always try to do Mount Rainier at some point. Let's see. Oh, this is what the state park we went to was Flaming Geyser State Park, and they've got two geysers, both man-made. It was in like from what I understand, it was a coal mining operation. And the test drills, the boreholes that they did, two of them came back and made a permanent geyser in two locations. This one is the main flaming geyser. This little guy right here inside that circle that's underwater. It bubbles up methane, however you want to say it. And technically it is flammable. And when it's not submerged in water, it can be lit. And apparently it was lit for a couple decades and stayed on. What else we got? This is for the other geyser that's there. The bubbling geyser. This is the little blurb I have there about it. Okay. And I thought it was interesting that this one, you can see calcium carbonate. And it's very interesting that it says that because calcium carbonate is the exact same material that the mineral paper I use is made out of. So that's really interesting. And you'll see it here in a second. Let me, yeah, right here. This isn't moving clearly, but it stems from up here, up in this top left area of the picture, and it flows downward to the bottom area. And it creates these little flowing, like wiggling. They're not rigid like solid mineral, but all these white flows here are all like calcium carbonate, which I think is really interesting. What else? Oh, there's some pictures of flowers from another trip we did. I think that was from the waterfall trip. What else we got? Another Mount Rainier. This was at that geyser. Park was right next to the bubbling geyser. It was right across from it. But it was this huge, like exposed root system from a tree. And the other part of the tree coming out looks like a foot kicking it, which we thought was pretty funny. There's a video of the waterfall itself. This is Snoqualmie Falls. Right? I'll play that again. It's only 15 seconds long. I'll replay it. Yeah, it's a big boy too. It looks small here, but when you're there, you realize just how massive it is. It is a huge waterfall. You can see the little buildings in the distance up above it. It's crazy, right? So pretty. It was very loud. I had to turn that volume down because it was going to be deafening if I played it. Oh, so this is something I wanted to look at maybe painting at some point. Maybe not today, but I took some pictures of the water was like landed beautifully and perfectly to make little orbs on top of these leaves. So I took a picture of that. I thought that was really cool. So we can revisit that sometime if we want to experiment with painting like water droplets. So this is a good little test image for that. Anything else on this one? Nope, we're loop back around. Let's go to the next group of pictures, starting here. Pictures of the waterfall itself. This is where we first started walking along the side of the path that you can see the waterfall, and we didn't realize you could go further down to the right and get a better view. Same here. And you can see just the edge of this. There's a lodge on top of the waterfall on the left side over here. You can only see a piece of it in this picture. We looked it up. It is very, very, very expensive. So we didn't even look at that. Didn't the miners use that for calcium carbonate, or used to use that mineral in their hard hat lanterns, or as fuel for the firelight in the mines? Whoops, I was wrong. They used calcium carbide. Oh, that makes sense. It was close though. Calcium carbonate for sure is what's on the mineral paper. I'll pull it out here in a second. Not that we're using it today. But yeah, fancy hotel with a expensive restaurant. The restaurant's probably more affordable along the lines of normal restaurant pricing, or mid to high. But it's doable. The hotel rooms were, I forget what, like $400 to $500 a night or something. It was asinine. There's no way in hell. Yeah. Okay. So the next one in was this one. It's kind of a wide view, so you can see more of that lodge now up here on the top. It's very pretty, and you can't see it from here, but on the other side, like right there, where I've got my little cursor, there is a railroad they've got that runs along the side of the mountain on that side, and you can hear it tooting its little horn sometimes. That's crazy. Yeah, so this is the Snoqualmie Falls. So if you look that up online, you can find that lodge. I forget what it's called, but it will be right there. It's literally attached to the waterfall, and you'll be able to find it and find the pricing. It's insane. It's crazy. Let's see next. Same thing, but vertical. So that's a good, nice vertical view of the falls and that lodge. We both thought this would make like a really cool, like if this was painted, it would be a really cool like cover for a book, like a mystery book or something crazy, right? It just looks like, the lodge at the falls. The the lodge at Snoqualmie Falls. The murder at the lodge at Snoqualmie Falls. It could be something like that. It'd be super cool. Another picture of that. This is a picture of the area across from the falls to the side of it, because there is this little side spot here that a bunch of water is flowing through. And we think that there is like an underground water path that goes from the top of the falls behind the rock here and comes out over here. You could see it rushing out when you were there in person. Another view of that right there, where it comes out. Right? I'm really curious. Another pretty view of that. It's probably at the end of those. So here's some more of the video. I'll hit these and we'll look at that really quick. Oh, this one's vertical. Okay. And next. Right. There are a lot of people there. So you can just hear people like over the roar of the waterfall. Right. I didn't take any very long videos because, quite frankly, we were so close to the edge. I was afraid of like one little slip and I would let go of my phone. How tall is it? I don't know. We can look it up. Right. So that's it. That was pretty much all. Just a bunch of pictures and video of the waterfalls. And I thought it'd just be really cool to just have them at the ready to the side, along with any other pictures. And it might give us some inspiration one day when I'm bored. I don't want to just be like, let's look at the pictures and find something to paint from it. And we'll come back to these. I just thought it was cool to share the waterfall. Let's see how big they are. Snoqualmie. I guess I can close that now. To Google Snoqualmie Falls height. 268 feet tall. Located in Washington State, it's over 100 feet taller than Niagara Falls. That's a stat I didn't know. And see, it looks so much smaller there. Well, I guess because it's narrow and you're looking at it on a screen, but seeing it in person, it's huge and just overwhelming. It's crazy how big it is. But yeah, here are the stats for it. I'll show some main focuses. Yeah, there we go. Crazy, right? Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Really cool, beautiful waterfalls and mountains. Washington State has a lot of cool stuff. It really does. We're trying to find some to go on like weekend trips to just kind of get like an idea for what's out there. We've just been going to a couple places. Whenever we find something interesting that's not like 5 hours away, if it's within range, we've been trying to check out some and see what they're like. Super cool, right? All right. What are we going to do today? Well, thinking of show and tell. For now, let's try to figure out something to paint. All right. Let's grab some paper towels and get those ready. One, two, usually do three. There we go. All right, let's fold it over. And I think I'll just play with colors to start with, and then maybe we'll find something like more shapely to do on a fresh sheet of paper. All right, go ahead and grab some water and spritz my palette down. These two. All right. Heck yeah. All right. Let me grab a medium round brush, some water. I should have refilled these some more, but they're okay. They're still pretty full. I filled them up on like Wednesday or Thursday, and they evaporated semi decent amount. It was a little higher than this, but it's still pretty full. Let me see. What am I gonna do? I don't know. Maybe. Hmm, I could try to paint in the mountain shapes, or maybe the sky around it. You can look at that. Well, let me go for a bigger brush then. If I'm going to go for a bigger area, maybe we go with this one. This is a wash brush. It's from the Princeton Heritage Collection, 1 inch. I love the clear handle on it. It's pretty cool. And a little angle on the edge there. It's kind of like a cylindrical gemstone in a way. It's kind of cool. Let's grab. It's a good sky color. Phthalo blue is pretty good for sky. We grab a good bit of water to add sweetness. Okay. And we're just going for just a basic darker color on top. Awesome paintbrush. I know, right? It's pretty cool. I got 2 of them. So I'm very pleased to have that in my collection. Okay. Wow, that just washed everything out of it. Let's grab a little more. Try to go somewhat along that. Okay. Hit that sucker at an angle a little bit there. Okay. Good enough. Again, this isn't a professional painting. This is truly screwing around with something that was already here. Okay. We still got a lot new. Let's clean that up better. I know, right? Yeah, the sky really helps. It's too regular though, because that brush and me went a little bit too heavy handed with the wait, that's not the scene. That's Ian. You go up there. Your script brush, Ian. Let me grab a little bit and see if maybe I can fix some of that and give it a little texture. Yeah, some of this is like very like straight edged and does not make sense. Okay. Uh, you can totally tell when you add water on top of something that's already dry, it just makes it bloom like crazy. It's wild. Yeah, again, this is just screwing around, clearly. He does teach an important lesson, though. Do everything in one pass while it's wet. Because the best I could hope for would be to add directly to it and just redo it again to try to cover it up. It's just going to make it darker. So that's something to learn. All right. Big brush. Big brush. Whee. All right. So I still got some indigo and the Phthalo Blue over here from last time. So I can probably steal some of this. Let's get some shadow up in here. Okay. Just kind of fill that in. Need some more water. Okay, same deal here. All right. Now I'm just going to go even more wild. I'm just going to pick random stuff and just start doing random colors for no good reason. Let's do a yellow. Ooh. I had some on the edge there. Let me clean that out. Will that be a happy accident? Are these mountains based off ones in real life or just mountains you painted not based off anything? Option 2. These ones weren't based off anything. There's no thought or perfection or realism or anything involved on that guy. This doesn't mean anything. It's just extra. Just because I feel like it. Really got to figure out how to do landscapes well. I wonder what I want to do next for a painting. I think I will want to do some abstract stuff because it is the most freeing. I don't have to think about it. If it doesn't look good, it doesn't matter because then it does look good because it was an accident. I like the idea of that better. Random is better for when I don't care. How you guys doing today? Any good news? Any news of any kind? Are we happy? Are we sad today? It is Monday, so hopefully we're having a good Monday at least. Bring my glasses down. Uh, am I right? Just watching Home Improvement. What about you? Oh, Home Improvement's a great show. Wow. We did a watch through of that almost to the end. I think we missed the last couple seasons, but that's when it starts getting kind of wonky anyway, right? It was a good show. It's like that. And Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the teen heartthrob, still looks really good. I'll just get this to the side. I don't know what else to do with it. Just again, it's just playtime. Oh, wow, it's really wet. Put that over there. Um, eh, oh, oh, good. I've got a full sheet here that's untouched. Let's grab a clipboard. Do that. Yeah, that's such a good show. Oh, timeless. I think it was great so far. Really? This whole thing? It's very abstract. You know, I should probably dry it off before I set it somewhere. It's okay. It's, you know, it was done on a speed run with like no actual desire to do it well. It was just throwing it on papers, and that's exactly what it looks like. It can go in the stack of maybe we can fix it later with more skill. You should put it on your fridge. Exactly. It's exactly the quality that it is. Let me tape this down just to hold it down more than anything. There's no rhyme or reason for what I'm going to do here. Is that aligned? Mostly. It'll work. Right. Get down there. Man, you know, I just don't know. When I need to plan what I'm going to do, sometimes I can't think of something. But then also I'll be like scrolling through Instagram all day long, like trying to get inspiration from something someone else has done. And I realize I don't want to always be like looking at what other people do as like my sole inspiration, because then I'm just going to be bound to repeat what somebody else has done. And I don't want to be copying people and getting called out on it. But at the same time, sometimes someone does something so cool, I want to try it myself and see, like an experiment. And I think that's okay. You know, as long as I'm not, I've talked about this before a long time ago, but as long as I'm not like looking at people's work, copying it, and then trying to profit off of it, make money from it, that's fine. And I make Zippo from streams. So I'm just doing this for funsies, just to experiment when I do other people's stuff. But a lot of the people, they put things on the Instagrams so that people can see it and can get inspired and can repeat it. Because a lot of them frame it as a tutorial, right? And it's nice to be able to see what the finished product could or should look like, right? And really it's about learning the process more than the, if that's not perfectly aligned, but it doesn't have to be. It's more about learning the process than actually being a perfectionist or being an exact copycat. Somebody shows how they do mountains, just like, oh, that's a good idea. Let me try mountains. Somebody does Aurora Borealis. Let me try that. It doesn't always work. Let's get the feeler out just in case. I say, Carousel is my biggest marker. Let me make sure it's flowing. It looks like it is. Let's just do weird shapes. Let me lift my glasses up, and I'm just gonna And let's go. We're using do some arcs. Maybe do like this. Clear whatever the hell that is off of there. Maybe we do some angles. Okay, and I'll do some heart circles here. And maybe something that goes off of it from here and goes over there. And then I don't know what. Maybe we just do a spiral to there. And maybe do something down here and over just for fun. And then down from it to here. Okay. Maybe I'll grab the ruler and I'll do a good straight line from here. And oops, sorry, that was loud. And then do a nice straight line down from here to here or something. What the hell? We'll go off the top because I already started. All right. And then over here. Let's go from here to the side. Oh, was that coffee? It is coffee. Thank you. Mm. Coffee. Thank you for that. Always good to have some cup of joe in you. All right. Do a square over here. And then right. And then let's do a diagonal through here. All right. I think we got a lot of good shapes in here. See what else. Don't want to yank that out of there. I don't know exactly what shade it is, but I like it a lot. I like your blue coffee cup. Oh yeah. No, I don't know what that shade is either, but it's that same color you get. I don't know. There's a kind of old, like 90s, 70s, 80s, probably 80s vibe. That and I've got other ones that have that pretty amber color that are just gorgeous too. I just love colored glass. We got these at Target, I think. What else? I think good circles. That's not too bad. Well, that went around very weirdly, but that's what the shape is. So it's gonna add character to it, right? All right. Oh wow, I even drew on the side of the cup. That's fine. Oh wow, I could have used this. That's a good circle option. There's plenty of stuff on here. If I do too much more, it's gonna start getting busy. Maybe I'll do one right here. Okay. I think that works. I don't want to go too much more than that. All right. Let me put that up. Okay. It's enough busyness, probably too much. Why underdo it when you can overdo it, right? Okay. Yeah, colored glass is real cool. It is, isn't it? I've always had an interest in stained glass, but I don't want to own any and I don't want to make it. because it looks crazy and scary. And then like once I have it, what am I going to do with it? I'm just going to accidentally break it somehow or hurt somebody by having broken glass somewhere. So it's just too much. But I like the idea of it. I appreciate that it exists and that other people get great joy out of it. And I get my enjoyment by seeing other people's work. And then I move on. Like, man, have you, do you watch Nerd Forge at all? Curious. Me look. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I need that and that. And then I am way over here. Let me go to YouTube. Let's see, there's their page on YouTube. Nerdforge is a duo, a couple that work or live out of shit. I'm gonna get this wrong. Is it Sweden? I don't remember. Norway. I think Norway. They make stuff, literally just stuff. They make things. And let me share my screen and I'll show you. This is their page on YouTube, Nerdforge. And this is what I'm talking about. Oh, that was so loud. Let me turn that down. Do I have Fire? I do have Firefox on, and you probably got deafened by that. Let me mute for a second. And just, I'm going to turn my headset down so I don't get blasted to get through the ad. Blah, blah, ads, blah, blah.
Look, I have wanted to make a stained glass window for years. Like ever since I knew it even existed, I have wanted to make one. I never really had the opportunity to, and also I thought like, I can't do that. That's too advanced for me. But thanks to
you're
the
getting
power of
double.
the internet, I have now watched a couple of
Sorry.
videos on the process, and I'm thinking, how hard can it be? Come on. Just please don't let that be foreshadowing. And this actually coincides with us remodeling our entire workshop because we've had to level the floor.
So I know I watched the whole video, but I'm going to skip forward to her reveal of her stained glass door that she made. Look at this. Like that is just amazing, right? Terrible spot to pause on with her crouched like that, like a little demon. But yeah, look at that. And that's not all. They did like the sides of it too. So their most recent video from a couple days ago is this one, where she built her entire office. And you can see the stained glass in the front. She didn't do just the door, she did the sides of it as well, also in stained glass. And that's the whole like office front that they built. It's so cool looking. So yeah, stained glass is amazing, right? You can do so much with it, but that took her like weeks to do. So even something small would be terrifying. I have no idea how that works. All right, let me unmute this, bonk. And let me mute Firefox back again, bonk. And let me turn the music up a little bit. There we go. I wish I was born in Norway. It's such a better country than America when it comes to human rights. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. No, I agree completely with you. Yeah, our human rights suck. And it's not that some of us don't have it, which is also true. The ones that do have done nothing to truly and properly cement them in stone that they can't be overturned by the other party. That's as far as we're going to go with that. All right. I'm going to take my glasses off so that I can see what I've got in front of me here. But that means I'm going to have difficulty reading chat. So forgive me if you say something. It might take a minute before I put my glasses back on and go look over and read it. So I'm just going to do random colors. All right. It seems like a beautiful plan. So I'm going to try to pick the biggest shapes that I see that I want to pick out and color in lightly in a lot of areas with different colors. And then we're going to make it dry. And then we'll start hitting other shapes and start overlapping and getting some transparency going between them. And maybe we'll make something nice out of it. Maybe I'll be smart and I'll leave some white space in here too. So it's not just all color. That would be smart. Am I that smart? I don't know. We're going to find out. So I'm going to just start with pink because I like it and it's right in front of me. Add some more water to it. Okay. Maybe we do these. The triangulation. What the hell? We'll do the whole circle. Okay. One thing down, 10 billion to go. All right. Let's pick another color. Maybe let's do sap green. That seems like a good idea. Let's do this up here. Okay. Let's pick a blue. Okay. Let's grab some yellow. And because it's here on the palette already, let's just mix some of this into it. Get ourselves a nice little blend color going on here. Let's do this area. Larger areas. I should probably do more water. Okay. What style of art is this? I'd probably just call this abstract. I don't know if there is a genuine name for it otherwise. It's truly just putting all the colors I've got at my disposal on paper. In fact, I should probably remember to use a larger brush when I'm doing the big areas so I get more consistency. But for now, I think let's look at a different area here and let's try a different technique. Let's grab some water and just add a bunch of water to this area right here. Get to the corner. Turn this light on over here. Okay. All right. And let's start picking some color. Let's go with some red options. And let's just do like a dot, 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 dot kind of deal. And go down this way with it. Okay. Let's go down through here. Okay. And let's pick a totally different color now. Alright. Okay. All right. And let's pick another area to play with. Maybe we go here. Okay. New color. Oh, let's go over here. Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm going to pick some of that up right there because it is a little bit heavy. There we go. All right. Let's hit this little circle down here. Well, mostly circle. There is a bit of a zit coming out of the side of his head, but we're going to go with it. All right. Those colors are turning out real cool. Thank you. Yeah, they are kind of coming out nice, aren't they? All right, let's pick a color for down here. We don't have a lot of like purple or browns or black. Got green. We don't have a lot of just plain red either. Just yellows. Let's do purple. Okay. And let's grab a red. I got pyrrole red. Let's grab some of that. Okay. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. The yellow and blue in the middle reminds me of like space. And wow, I can't see that from here. Psych. Okay, yeah, I just don't have my glasses on. Psycho something. Psychokinetic. Psycho. Psychedelic. There we go. Combined. It is pretty cool. I do like how that blended. I mean, blue and yellow make some amazing greens and blue shades and all that jazz. All right, let's pick something else. Let's do some green apatite genuine. Let's put it here. Okay. Let's see. Let's grab some black. Okay, and since I have it, let's do black in a different area, maybe down here. And add some water to it. Okay. Let's spray that one. Okay. What else we got? Um, we can start doing some overlapping. Let's do a bunch of yellow. Mm, let's do it from here all the way to here. Okay. It definitely has some random colors going on. Don't have enough blue though. Let's go ahead and dry this off really quick, just in case we overlap anything. I'm gonna put my muse on for a moment. All right. There's 10 sympathy just a little. Aquarium. Aquarium. In Jupiter lies with Mars. Then peace will guide our granite. And love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. 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 Aquarium. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine. The sun shining. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shining. The sun shining. The sunshine. Where is the sunshine? The sun shining, the sun shining. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine. The sun shining. Clouds away. Whoops. Looking at myself, reflections of my mind. It's just the kind of thing to leave myself behind. Swiftly swing through the fairyland of love. If you'll just come with me, you'll see the beauty of to stand to you. To stand to you. To find out why gentle voices are here. Just a bit stone. Not a stepping stone. Not just stepping stone. Not just stepping stone. Stepping stone. All right. I'm not just stepping stone. I'm not just stepping stone. Just stepping stone. Just stepping stone. No. Well, here's a prayer, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I feel safe and warm if I wasn't alone. California dreaming on such a winter's day. It's too long away. Well, I come down on my knees, and I began to pray. To life before, knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. And the sky is gray. On a river's turn. If I didn't turn, I could leave today. California dream, California dreaming, California dreaming on such a winter's day. Good songs. Why do we use this one? It's a few browns in here. Brown, orange, brown, brown. And still with her, every time I think about it, I wanna cry. I slept and I was doing all night. There's nothing left to do tonight. I go crazy on you, crazy on you. Let me go crazy, crazy on you. What you up to when everybody's insane? Really, you what you gonna do? I, The painting's groovy. I love the way it's turning out. Thank you. Yeah, me too. Let me go ahead and dry it really quick. Once upon a time, once when you were not at first skies, floating in your hand. I wonder if you about me once upon a time in your eyes dreams. Once the world was new, our bodies found learning to that greets the brand new day. Couldn't tear ourselves away, everyone had you. I wonder if you would remember once upon a time in your eyes street. In the world I touched with sorrow, with your music plays. You'll survive to follow once upon a time. What's beneath the stars? The universe was ours, what was all we knew? And all I knew was you. Wonder if you would. I wonder if you stick back once upon a time in your wildest dream. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Leave me your ears and I'll sing you a song. Not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Can try with a little help from my friends. What we I do when you go all this away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel at the end of the day? Are you sad because you're all alone? I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. Somebody to love. Anybody love somebody to love. But to believe in there's love at first sight. That happens all the time. You see when you turn up the light. I don't know it's mine. I get a little help from my friends. Get a little help from my friends. And I try a little help from my friends. I'm learning someone to love. Having a paradise. I want somebody to love. From my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Little help from my friends. It's all from my friend. If I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me? Others be traveling on alone. There's too many places I've got to see. I stayed here with you, girl. Things just couldn't be the same. I'm as free as a bird now. This bird you can't count. Not to kill. In the land, is the I'm up beneath Christmas tree. No, you, you, love me. No other sign to blame. I'll stay with you, girl. Let me sing. I was free as a bird now. Oops. Heck yeah. Happy Pride, everybody. Okay. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Love was, oh yeah, here to stay. Whoops. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not kind of the man I used to be. Oh, shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. I initially had to go. I don't know. She wouldn't say. I listened. Something wrong for yesterday. Yesterday. There was such a losing game to play. Now we still hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she wanted to go away, they wouldn't say. I was rolling around for yesterday. Yesterday. I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe yesterday. No answer on the telephone. No, I've always got by on my own. I never really had till I met you. And now it chills me to the bone. I don't know what get you alone. I don't know what get you alone. Waited to touch your lips and hold you tight. You waited, and I was gonna tell you tonight. It's not. Still alone. Till now, always got by on my own. I never really cared till I lost you. And I chose me to welcome. I didn't feel alone. I can't feel alone. I don't get you alone. 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 We don't know, we won't find out until we grow. I don't know if all that's true. You got me, and baby, I got you. Babe, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. I'll see you on paper rack. For a turn, our money is all been spent. True. All the things we got. I got you. I'm rooting. I'm scared. You're a clown. And if I get scared, you're always a friend. You I can't go wrong. There ain't no vision on mountain we can't climb. I got you things. I got you things. I got you. Oh, listen. I got you to understand. I got you to come. Oh, DDO, hey, welcome in. Heck yeah. Just doing abstract today. Where are we at on time? Oh, we're almost right at 2 hours. Good timing. Maybe words of wisdom, let it be. Our darkness, you standing right in front of me, speaking the words of wisdom, let it be. 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 I'm gonna finish drying this off so we can peel it. I'm just right to listen. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. You never have to last count. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, that came out great. Guys, I think we did it. Was nice. I do realize that this being dark right here might need some other dark to kind of counterpoint it somewhere else, but for now I'm okay because I don't want to overdo it. What I might do is I may go back over it with some of these the black pens of different sizes and do shapes and wiggles and squiggles and lines and stuff to do some patterns maybe. That might be something fun to do if we're not feeling like painting someday, but we want to do something productive. We can come back to it. But as it is, it's not bad. I like it. Abstract hell, all right. That's nice. Doing an abstract like this, where I just did random lines and then went back through and filled them in and overlapped a lot, helped. It helped guide the random, and I appreciate that. And that was just a bunch of random motions we did with our pen and some ruler lines. Not bad, guys. I like it. And then there's this hot mess from earlier that was just play on the little mountain shapes that we did last time when we were practicing on this sheet of paper. I thought, let me do something with it, and that's it. We can come back and do something more with it later, but it's like, it's there. Whatever. All right, guys, I think that's it. I'm gonna head out. It's late. It's Monday. It's food time. I think there's side stuff that I'm getting through email for work, so I'm gonna double check on that. Make sure nothing needs me tonight. It probably doesn't, but I will check it. Yep, I'm gonna head out, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. My name is Bear. I've been barely watercoloring. Today's been a lot of abstract, just side fun filling in shapes. Feel free to try it at home. This one's really easy. So yeah, that's it, guys. Krista, hey, welcome in. And goodbye. I'm leaving. But thank you for hanging out and lurking if you were here. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And we can add to it. I think we can add to this and enhance it some more with some pen work, and maybe we can fill in a couple spots with some stuff that might need it. We'll come back to it later. All right, guys, I'm getting it out. I love you guys. I'll see y'all later. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'll see you on Thursday. Goodbye. 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 Bye. Farewell.